Welcome back, folks. This is Anthony Valentine, your camper nerd. Here I'm presenting on a no reserve auction. Well, my daughter's nicknamed it Bart. It's a Barry Stimsom conversion. This model is the Tirol, based on the Peugeot Expert diesel chassis. Barry Stimsom, ex-director of Roma Homes. So there's a lot of crossover technology inside, so similar Roma Home Island plastics inside, as well as the same upholstery. We'll see that shortly. But yes, she's a 2000, so 19 years young. She's lovely. Bodywork being super critical. A little bit of a crease there. Again, be super critical. I think I found, yes, little mark here, so that could be touched in there. Wheel arches are all great, just a tiny little bit of corrosion just on the inside lip, so you might want to attend to that to preserve it for years to come. Similarly on the rear drivers, but everywhere else is fine. Mains hook up. A couple of the wheel trims were cracked, and I did have some Peugeot ones in stock, so I've put you a new set of Peugeot wheel trims on. Just to make you aware, she's only MOT for 2 months, but looking at the past MOT history, there'll be no problem, so I've got her booked in next week for a new MOT. So the new owner, after the auction is ended, will have a 12-month MOT. Feel free to check yourself on DVLA Vosa website. Just quote that registration number, V515 Hotel Papa, or Hotel Bravo Papa rather, and that'll give you all the MOT history. But as I say, I'll be including a new 12-month MOT. That'll be ready by the auction end. I can't envisage there any problems, but if it needs anything, it will be carried out. That's all included in this no reserve auction. Lots of service history. In fact, I think it was the third owner, it's had 5 owners in total, but the third owner bought it in 2005, 5 years old, from 20,000 miles, and sold it 10 years later at 90,000 miles. And it was serviced methodically by Cliff Garages of Scarborough. We'll have a quick look at the paperwork trail inside, but yeah, some serious servicing and maintenance carried out. So we'll have a little step inside. What a lovely conversion. Lovely pop top. Those windows come out. Let's put some lights on, see what we're doing. So these 2 seats, that one is a captain swivel, so the front passenger one will swivel round, and then the tray that is stowed on in the rear door, as it were, that clips into the side just there, and then that is a forward and rear facing table and 2 chairs. Both of these fold down into single beds. I will be doing some pictures, so just click on the pictures below. Both of those fold into long 2 single beds, but it wouldn't take too much of imagination to put some infill cushions in here to make it into a very big queen size bed. So we've got the cold running water tap. She's got a camping gas bottle included. Freshwater tank. See if we can fire up the hobs. Bit tricky when we've got the camera in working. Oh, there she goes. No problem there. So a bit tricky while I'm holding the camera, but yeah, spotless, beautiful. Yeah, so look at the quality. Island plastics, the same as the Roma Homes. It's a 2-way fridge, so it works on mains as well as the gas. So you've got your regulator there. We're on set to maximum. Let's put it on gas. Over to high. That's taken now. It's very tricky to see the pilot. Oh yes, you can just see the pilot light there. And then we just hold that in for a few seconds, let it go, and she's holding fine. So that gas part fridge is working fine. And we just switch the gas off. It should start sparking again. That's an automatic to make sure it doesn't blow out. So we can just switch that off now. Yep, nice and clean. Couple of cupboards. Under here is your leisure battery. Some more cupboard space. The last owner has added an extra 240 socket. So obviously you've got your double 240 main socket when you're using hookup. You've got a 12 volt socket there. But the last owner has put this cable here and fitted, quite a nice job actually, another double socket there. It's a bit tricky. There you go, there's the double socket. So you can remove that, just if not in play, just put that out of the way. You're not going to trip over it. Nice curtains. I've had the curtains closed, no rips or tears. I think on the driver's side one there's a tiny little rip, size of a 5p, being super critical. So yes, that's the upholstery from Aroma Home, and actually an auto sleeper, so quality upholstery. Nice and clean underneath. She's a great little conversion. No power steering. So she is, be aware, big steering wheel, so she's a bit stiff to park up, but once she's driving she's fine. I drove this back about 80 miles or so back from Keighley in Yorkshire. She drives fine. 100,000 miles, I think it's 100, 300, just gone over the 100,000 miles. Nothing for one of these Peugeot diesel engines, of course. Just one thing to note, we did find 2 sets of keys. The actual driver's door has been upgraded to a new style extra security, but it does unlock on this as well as on that. Sometimes if you close this very hard, the central locking will catch, so we'll just try and demonstrate that. So if you close it normally, no problem whatsoever, but if you give it a good hard welly, it's going to make a liar of me now. Sometimes if you close that hard, that will lock and lock all the, so if you had the keys in it, that's just something to be aware of. Keep the spare set of keys. Well, it's at the garage next week getting an MOT. I'll ask him to have a quick look at that. There must be just something loose, but just to be aware of. So yes, a 2000 Peugeot Stimsom Tirol camper van, pop top, with a new 12 months MOT. Beautiful shiny condition for the year. 19 years old. So good luck with your bidding. I'll answer any sensible questions. My name's Anthony Valentine, the Camper Nerd. You can find me all over Google or YouTube just by searching Camper Nerd. 0798 526 1078. What I mean by sensible questions is anything except what will you take for it, what's the buy it now price. It's getting an MOT next week. It is strictly auction only. I never showed you that cupboard. It's strictly auction only, so the highest bidder will win it, and it's as straightforward as that. It's not rocket science, but I know you won't resist ringing me up and getting excited when it's up to about £58 and a shilling. Will you end the auction early? No, I won't. Sometimes the auctions fetch a little bit more than expected, sometimes a little bit less, but generally the market will dictate the price. Good luck with your bidding. Over and out for now, folks.